Hey TikTok, I don't usually do these kind of videos, but lordy lordy, a lot of y'all are making me sick to my damn stomach. And I'm talking about the hatred and the horrible, nasty, mean comments that people have with this situation with the SNAP benefits going on right now here in the U.S. I'm telling you, so many people are showing their true colors, and it's just sickening. Every day that I see an article pop up in a group or on Newsbreak, right away comments that are here from folks in South Carolina. Oh, I'm getting exactly what I voted for. Oh, so you're okay if your grandma dies of starvation, right? Or someone's child goes to bed hungry. You're okay with that, as long as there's no fraud or, wasteful spending. Fraud and wasteful spending has been going on forever in every program. We're all aware of this. But my God, you're really okay with kids going to bed hungry? I'm a great-grandmother, for the love of God. I'd be terrified if I knew that my granddaughter back in PA was struggling to feed her son. Like, there's something seriously wrong upstairs with people that gloat and are happy about that. I understand about able-bodied people should get a job. But when you raise the age of 64, and there's some people who might have retired at 62, if you're only getting $23 worth of food stamps a month, which is like what my mom used to get when she lived in a high-rise, why in the hell should you go volunteer or work 80 hours a week for $23 in benefits? I would say to hell with that and go on with your life, because that doesn't balance out what you're spending in time and gas and everything. No, I wouldn't do it. Now, ironically, I'm on SSI, so I'm not subject to that, but I would like to have a part-time job. You know how hard it is to live on $967, folks? When you got to pay your own electric, and you got to pay rent, and you got to make sure you got everything squared away, and hope to God during the month that something doesn't come up that, you got to figure out where you're going to get the money. $967 wouldn't even get me a closet here in South Carolina, truthfully. So I am grateful. I may complain in private, but I am grateful because what little I do have is more than what some people have right now. And it's only going to get worse. But I need my food stamps. There's no transportation here. I am in the F word, Egypt here. The nearest bus stop, 7 miles away. I don't drive. I came from Hazleton. We had cab companies. We had buses that ran till 9. Some factories had their own transportation, like Amazon. I did not need to drive. I didn't need to have a license. And I had a life. I went to Jersey when my kids were younger, quite a bit. Atlantic City, Wildwood. My mom and I used to go to Wildwood together in Atlantic City a couple of times. Maryland, Baltimore Harbor. Like, I wasn't a homebody. I had life. Here, I could be stuck for weeks. And the only time I can get off the property is the rare moment somebody might go to a food pantry or I have a doctor appointment. I'm on a waiting list for senior center, for senior transportation, because there's no funding. But what kills me about the states that have no funding for stamps, quite a few of them are Republican. And quite a few of them are in the top 10 or top 15 states that have the most Medicaid and SNAP recipients. Well, what does that say? I'm just so over government. I truly, truly am. They all suck. They truly do. They're a disgrace. But I'm also disgusted with people's attitudes. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I get you're overworked and underpaid and you're struggling, but everybody's struggling in their own way. But I think it's evil when you're comfortable with kids going hungry because maybe one parent works and both don't. This isn't an issue just about SNAP. This goes on into LIHEAP. This covers childcare. If you want people to work, they need childcare. Some people need transportation. Nobody talk about transportation. And this thing about homeless people have to work. What address are you going to put on a job application? And if you're like a really hardcore homeless that you don't have a car to stay in, or, an RV camper or anything stashed somewhere, and you don't know about going to a gym and that, you probably stink. You probably have had the same clothes on for quite a while. Ain't nobody going to hire you. So what you fake Christians are all happy and gleeful about is you're basically saying, without saying, that it's okay that segments of the population starve or die, disappear, whatever, because, they're not self-sufficient, or they're not contributing. But those homeless people also include vets. And it's disgraceful that military families have to receive food stamp benefits also. So before you get on social media and run your mouth and talk out of your ass, look up your own state statistics really, really good. And then decide if you want to run your mouth. Because I was surprised what I found out about South Carolina. Like Governor McMaster. Oh, they're going to be getting all this help to food pantries. Why can't they just take that help and give people even a portion of their food stamps? Why does it have to be directly food pantries? Because there's a good amount of us who can't get to the food pantries. There is people right now that have no way to get to a town from where they live, to go look for a job, to go volunteer. But you don't hear nobody talk about transportation. Why? I don't know, man. But I definitely think people that are gloating and happy about this, you all are evil. You're hypocrites. You cannot look in the mirror when you go to bed at night at yourself brushing your teeth and think that you're a good, upstanding Christian. No, you're not. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You're evil. And I could never be friends with people like y'all. And it's because of people like you that I stay far the hell away from organized religion, because it attracts so many people like you. To be careful what you put out into the universe. All that hatred, negativity, and shit. Because while you're up here and thinking that you're better than everybody else, I learned the hard way in my life too. Don't brag. Because the universe has a funny way of coming back around 360 and taking you down a few pegs. Learn some humility. And actually take the time to learn that everyone's situation is different. I don't have a right to judge, and neither do you. Only one person has that right to judge, and I don't know. It sure as hell ain't any of you.